Apollo Games and Academy Games, in partnership with Deep Silver Volition, is proud to present Agents of Mayhem, Pride of Babylon.
Hi everybody, my name is Gunta Eichert. I'm the designer of Agents of Mayhem, Pride of Babylon, and I also have Kirsten here who will be playing against me.
Hi everyone.
So, we're going to be playing the another mission within the game, and this is the first mission that introduces the advanced combat rules. This includes explosion markers, how you destroy buildings, events, and aimed attacks, and last are Mayhem Cards that give you powerful special abilities in the game. Now, in this mission, we each have our own mission book that tells us information about the mission from each player's perspective. So first, I'm going to have Kirsten read the comic shown at the top of her mission book.
Okay. Mayhem is using a beacon located somewhere in this block to coordinate their operations. Find out which building it is in.
So it's in one of these buildings.
Dr. Babylon has unleashed a golem to destroy the beacon's building once found. Shield generators have also been deployed to give the golem extra protection.
So she has shield generators right here and down in that building. Now I have my own comic that tells the situation from my perspective, and it starts out with Friday saying, "A golem is wrecking buildings near one of the beacons. We could lose control of the sector if the building goes down." In response, Fortune replies, "So we should blow it up." Friday says, "Yes, but you must first hack into 2 shield generators that are protecting the golem." Hardtack's solution to this is, or we should blow them up. Friday then says, "If you want to do it the messy way." Persephone interjects, "Kill the golem if you must, but I want Babylon dead." Hollywood's solution, so blow up the whole block. So that is the mission. So to summarize, Kirsten is trying to find which of these buildings has a beacon in it. Now, the beacons are represented by these event markers, and each event marker has a different number on the backside of it. So she does not know which event marker has the number 1, which represents the real beacon. So she can turn over one of these event markers if she gets a Legion unit in the room with that marker, and she would immediately flip it over. Now, when you flip over a marker, those event markers will trigger an event. The events that she can trigger are actually listed in my book. And so she does not really know what the repercussions of exploring these buildings will be. And also, there are more events here than markers. So every mission, you only set out 3 markers, but there are 4 possible events. So in every mission, the game will be a little different with the events each time. And then there are also these 2 shield generators represented by Mayhem event markers, meaning they're events that I can trigger. I can either shoot the event markers just to remove them without revealing them, so that he gets fewer shields, or I can actually also hack into the event marker, allowing hopefully to turn the shield generators against Legion. But I don't really know what the effects of hacking will be, because those events are in Kirsten's Legion mission book. So we are going to start playing Mayhem has initiative. We aren't going to really go into depth about how the basic rules work. We have gameplay videos that show that. But we will discuss a little bit about some of the advanced rules that we are doing. So it starts out with Mayhem, so I will take my first turn.
Okay.
On your first turn, you do not draw a refresh card because everybody's action cubes are full, so there's no benefit to refreshing. You go right to choosing one of your character board to activate. I'm going to start off by activating Hollywood here. Hollywood here has a great view above a bunch of enemy troopers in this building here. So I'm going to use his add-on action starting out called Photoshop Job, where I can spend 2 blue cubes to launch a grenade. And I'm going to launch this grenade to this space right here. When determining line of sight and what units you can hit, you trace line of sight to each unit within the area of effect of the grenade. So all my line of sights trace to a cover symbol. So all these units get cover against me. It says I get to roll 3 dice, and it's red because I launched the grenade within 5 spaces of Hollywood. So I get 3 red dice. But because they're behind cover, 2 of those red dice turn into 2 yellow dice because they get 2 bonuses for being in cover. So I roll this against the first Swarm Trooper. Now I need 2 hits to eliminate a Swarm Trooper because on their card it shows that they have 2 health. So I eliminate the first one because I got 2 hits. That gives me a victory point. Now I'm going to go against the next one. I eliminate that one too with ease. Here I'm going to attack this Hell Trooper. This time I only got 1 hit, and it takes 2 hits to eliminate him. He is safe. Now against this last Swarm Trooper, my grenade, the Swarm Trooper has cover against my grenade, but the grenade is also flanking him, or her actually. So these 2 yellows turn back into 2 reds. So I'm going to roll that, and again, I only got 1 hit. So I successfully killed 2 of my 4 targets. Now, that was an add-on action. I can still take a main action. I will now spend a green and a yellow to pay for Hollywood's assault rifle main attack. Now, I'm going to target this Hell Trooper right here. That Hell Trooper is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces away from me, which is within my yellow 8 range. So I get to roll 3 yellow dice. However, I am both above him and I'm flanking him. So that for each of those advantages, I get 2 bonuses for a total of 4 attack bonuses. Each attack bonuses raises one of my dice by 1 color. And that 4th bonus, since these are all red, I get a 4th white die. So I'm going to roll these, and again, I need 2 hits to eliminate him. And this time I only got 1 hit. So, but I did get 2 pushbacks. So I'm going to push this guy back 1 space to here. And Kirsten, you can choose which facing he chooses after I push him back.
I'm going to have him face towards the enemy.
Smart move. Now, again, I did not draw a refresh card at the beginning of my first turn, so I don't refresh anybody. And now it is Kirsten's turn to act with Legion.
Okay. Oh man, that was a brutal turn. 2 of my Swarm Troopers taken off the board. 2 victory points for Gunta. I need to respond in a big way. I think I'm going to activate my Alpha Squad because they are mad as hell that you just killed 2 of their team members.
They're just on the wrong side. They should have joined Mayhem.
Hey, everyone's good from their perspective. So, with my Alpha Squad, I am going to activate my Swarm Troopers, and they're going to do Charge. So, with Charge, that's my main action with my Swarm Troopers, and I pay a green, and I can move 2 Swarm Troopers up to 9 spaces, and they can also do a jump. So I'm going to start off, we're going to go after Hollywood because we hate that bastard. So this Swarm Trooper here is going to jump up into the building.
Through the window there.
So that's 1, 2, 3 to the stairs, 4, 5, 6, and do I want to keep going?
All right, now
I'm gonna go up to 7.
I'll move you up there.
And we're gonna stop there and see what happens with that
so
beacon. Is this it?
She's on the floor with that event marker, so I flip it over. It's number 3. It's not the real one, but I get to read the event here. Legion finds nothing in this building. In frustration, Dr. Babylon says, "What is taking so long? Find that beacon and destroy it, or I will feed you to my golem." The Alpha Squad gains a Mayhem Cube.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Alright, so I get
That's
a Mayhem
not good.
Cube in here. And actually, she's gonna go back down the stairs with her remaining, just so she's in a good position to give Hollywood some hell if necessary. So now that's one person. I'm gonna move another swarm trooper, and I only have one other one on the board because he killed him. So my swarm trooper here is gonna move. She's gonna move 1, 2 out of the building, 3. Let's see.
You have to move around the cover.
5. She's gonna jump up. 6, 7.
Now let's reveal this.
8.
There's another event marker in there.
I guess I have to stop at the.
It is number 1. She found the real beacon, so she knows it's in this building. So Hell Trooper 10,437 says, "We found the Mayhem beacon. Let's get out of here before the golem tears this place down. Place a speed up status on all Legion units in the room."
Nice.
So she gets a status marker that gives that unit 3 extra movement.
Cool. All right, so she's not going to use it this turn. She's just going to get behind Fortune here. And I'm going to attack Fortune right now.
So that costs you an extra green.
So this is an add-on action. I'm going to knife her. And there's a green token. So I'm right beside her. So I get 2 red cubes when I'm right beside her. I'm also behind her, so I get a yellow. Get a 2 bonus. And you know what? I have this Mayhem card that I started with, so I'm going to place this for my Swarm Trooper. This is Pin. If a Swarm Trooper hits with its main attack, place 3 move down statuses on the target. So I need to get a hit on this. I have to pay a Mayhem cube to use it, so I'm going to do that. And so now I have my dice, and I'm going to do a roll. 3 hits! Holy cow!
And I take those 3 move down statuses. So I put those right on Fortune's picture here. So she gets -9 movement. She cannot move from that spot.
So
and she takes 3 hits. So I lose my 2 shields, and I have to place a red cube on one of my wells.
That was damaging.
So I'm gonna start out by placing in my Mayhem well, so I can't gain as many Mayhem cubes.
So the card says, the Swarm Trooper pins the agent to the ground with its knife. All right, that was great. Feeling good. We feel like we have slightly avenged.
Are you done yet?
No.
Oh.
No. So part of the Alpha Squad, I am moving in coordinated attack with my Hell Trooper. I'm going to move this guy. So he's going to do an add-on action. So remember, you can't do 2 main actions with 2 types of units. But I can do a main action with my Swarm Troopers and then add-on actions with my support Hell Troopers. So I'm going to pay a green. And we're going to move to the edge of the board to reposition. So 1, 2. And he's looking down here. And then he's going to play 2 tech cubes to do another add-on action, Dark Matter Grenade. Now these are badass. So I can throw a grenade up to 6 spaces, and I'm gonna pin Fortune in there again with a grenade. So what I
can't move away from him. That's the bad thing.
Once this explodes, which it explodes at the end of his next turn, then Fortune, if she's still there, she will also get a defense down marker. So I'm going to put that beside her. And it'll do damage to the building because this is where the beacon is, and I want to destroy the beacon.
So what we have is she places an explosion marker. Both of us do not know how much damage it will deal or it's an area of effect. But this is a special one. She also put a defense down next to the marker, meaning anybody hit by it will also take a defense down status. So, anything left?
No, we're feeling good. That was some good aggression that we let out here. You may go.
So this is my second turn, and now I will start by drawing a refresh card. It'll give me some action cubes back, a shield for Fortune, and it'll allow me to remove a status symbol from her. So I'm going to choose to activate Hardtack next. I will now move and attack with him. I'm going to spend 2 green cubes to move over this cover for 3 movement points. So now his movement is done. Next, before I attack, I'm going to use the add-on action of my Teleharpoon, which allows me to roll red die within a guy within 7 spaces. And if I hit him, I don't deal damage, but I'll stun him, and I can move that target in front of me. So let's see, am I going to get a hit? I hit him. So this guy teleports right in front of me. So now Hardtack can use his main attack to attack 2 targets that are within 2 spaces of each other. So now I can attack both of these guys. Last, I'm going to spend a focus to make this an aimed attack. This means that each die has 2 different types of hits. It has a hit symbol and aimed hit symbols. Both of them count as hits, but aimed hit symbols may also be spent for aim bonuses that we have listed as a reminder in these rules. So against the guy at the top, I get to roll 3 red dice because I'm within 1 range. However, he's on higher ground. So 2 of those red dice turn into 2 yellow dice. And I need 2 hits to eliminate him. Oh yes, I get 2 hits. I actually got 3 hits. So that eliminates him for another victory point. And I get an aim bonus. So I'm going to spend that aim bonus to gain another Mayhem Cube because he just did something awesome. Next, I get to attack this other Hell Trooper right here. And this guy, I do get all 3 of my red dice against. So I roll. I only got 1 hit.
All right.
So, but it was an aim bonus, so I don't kill him, but I do get to give myself another Mayhem Cube.
Jeez.
Oh, no, instead, I just remembered. The other aim bonus I can give an example of is ignore an armor. Now, if you notice, Hell Troopers have 1 armor and 1 health. I can spend my aim bonus to ignore 1 armor, and then the hit it gives me allows me to eliminate him.
Darn it.
So I could have chosen to eliminate this guy or gain a Mayhem Cube. But I'm choosing to eliminate him because each of these Hell Troopers gives me a victory point. The other way I get victory points in this mission is by eliminating this golem over here before he can destroy the building, which we now know my beacon is in this yoga or this Tai Chi studio. So that is the end of my turn. I'm now going to refresh my other units. I can remove a status marker from Fortune.
Dark matter grenade. Dark matter grenade.
Yet. I'm going to take out all your Hell Troopers before you can do that. Hollywood is going to gain a Tech Cube and a Focus Cube.
No, dark matter grenade explodes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You're right about that.
Yes.
And Fortune gets a shield back.
Now, hold on.
Now the dark matter grenade explodes.
Okay, fine. All right. So
let's flip it over to see what it is.
Oh, bum, bum, bum. Whoa, it's a 3.
So this is going to hurt. First of all, it does 3 damage against a building. Buildings need 7 damage before they're destroyed. So that was a really good one. It also affects everything within 2. She gets to roll 4 red dice against them. So go ahead and roll 4 red dice against Fortune.
Huh.
And you know what?
This is going to be damaging.
Before you roll that... Oh, never mind. I am pinned. So I cannot dash.
Bum, bum, bum. I hope this really hurts Fortune. Let's go. 3 hits and a pushback.
She got... Yes.
So what does that mean? She gets 3
Fortune
hits on
loses
there?
her shield. And I take 2 more hits.
Nice.
Fortune is going to choose to lose a tech, and I'm going to choose to place another one in Mayhem.
Right.
Now she has 3 wounds on her. It takes 8 to down Fortune. Next, you get to roll against Glory. Glory takes 3 hits to eliminate.
Don't forget to take your vulnerable.
Oh yes, I'll get this vulnerable status on Fortune.
2 hit. Wait, 3 hits. Yes. There we go.
So, Glory is also downed.
Now, what about Hardtack down there?
No, hardtack is only on the units of that same level. But you do have to roll against your Swarm Trooper.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
So, Swarm Trooper down. Swarm Trooper down.
She's a hero.
Yep.
Darn it.
Swarm Trooper's eliminated. So that gives me another victory point. Thank you, Kirsten.
Swarm Trooper 10,005, we will remember you forever. Okay.
So that explosion marker stays on that building level to mark how much damage it has. So that is the end of my turn. Now we'll move on to Legion's turn.
Okay, so this is my second turn, and first thing I do is take my refresh card. So any inactive unit at the end of my turn, I get 2 cubes of my choice, an armor or a shield up, and a reinforcement. So I need to let my Alpha Squad heal up a little bit. They're kind of ragged right now, and I do want to get some reinforcements eventually. So that means I have my Golem and Dr. Babylon, and I think I'm going to use Dr. Babylon because he can move a lot further than the Golem. So I'm going to place a speed token, and he can do a main action sprint 9 spaces. So I'm going to take him. He's hanging out over here. He's going 1 up the stairs, 2, 3, 4, jumping off 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm going to use jump, attack cube. He can go vertical 2 and horizontal 3. So
you can move 1 more
9.
space. Yeah.
And I'm going to move this way so that I can see all of my enemies. And then I'm also going to pay a Mayhem cube to get a Mayhem card since I already used
I'll
mine.
quickly explain how that worked right there. So if you have no Mayhem cards in your hand and you draw up to 1, it costs you 1 Mayhem cube from any character. If you already have 1 Mayhem card and you want to draw up to 2, it'll cost you 2 Mayhem cards or cubes from 1 single character. And if you want to draw 3, it's going to cost you 3 Mayhem cards from 1 character. So you can have that. This means you can have up to 3 Mayhem cards in your hand at a time, but it's going to cost you a lot of Mayhem cards to get in the hand of 3. So usually you only have 1 or 2 in your hand at a time.
Okay, so
I think that's your turn now. You refresh, correct?
yeah, I think so. All right, so I'm going to refresh my Alpha Squad, and I am in love with their dark matter grenades, which cost 2 tech, so
Because it allows her to do damage to buildings.
yes. So I'm going to refresh those 2, and I get a shield, but I don't have any shields active, and then I get a reinforcement. So for reinforcements, I can get reinforcements from either my Hell Troopers or my Swarm Troopers. If I want to get a Hell Trooper, I have to have 2 yellow focus cubes in my reinforcement track. If I want a Swarm Trooper, I need 2 green speed cubes in my reinforcement track. So I really like the Hell Troopers, so I'm going to get a yellow focus cube as my reinforcement.
Okay.
And I think that's my turn.
Okay, so now it'll be my turn. So now it is my 3rd turn. So I start out by drawing a refresh card, which will give me a action cube, a shield, and allow me to remove another status from Fortune. And so I'm going to start off by activating Hardtack. And Hardtack's going to pay 1 green cube to sprint. So I'm going to be moving him 1, 2. Now I also want to point out that these black arrows pointing at the walls show where there are openings, because in the art there's a door, and then the arrows just to make it graphically easier to find where there's opening in these black line walls. So that's how we're moving into these buildings. So now I'm going to move for 3 into there, 4, 5, and my last 2, 6, 7, and I'm actually going to move right into this doorway right here like that, and face right there. So that's 7, and then I'm going to do an add-on action. This is a special action for the scenario called Hack. And how Hack works is, for each blue I get to roll a die, and that I spend I get to roll a die. And the difficulty of the Hack determines what dice I get to roll. So this is a white hack, so it's pretty difficult. So I'm going to spend 1 blue cube to be able to roll 1 white die. If I roll success, I successfully hack it. But I'm also going to spend my Mayhem card. Now, I could have used it for Hollywood to take a selfie to gain a bonus, but instead I'm going to spend it for any Mayhem action cube, and I'm going to give Hardtack another blue one to give myself a second white die. So now I roll these dice, and I actually got 2 successes. I only needed 1.
Oh, no.
But right away now I get to hack this. I flip it over. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's number 1. So what does hacking that shield generator do for me?
All right. Gremlin says, the shields are down temporarily. Take it down while it is vulnerable. Place 3 defense down statuses on the golem. Oh my gosh.
That's good. Now, I'm going to be my turn. So, ending my turn, I will end it by refreshing. Fortune gets 1 cube, but she doesn't have any more cubes, so she gets, or she's full, so I get a shield. Hollywood gets a cube. I'm going to give him a tech, and I'm going to spend Hollywood's Mayhem to be able to draw another Mayhem card. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, that is my turn.
Okay. Okay, so it is Legion's turn again. So I automatically do my refresh card. So I get a cube for all of my inactive units. I get a shield up. I get to remove a status, which is helpful for the golem. And I get a reinforcement. And then the question mark is not applicable for these characters and gadgets. So that is my refresh. You know, I really need to do something about Hardtack down there. He's in too good of a position. So we're going to take Dr. Babylon, even though he just moved on top of this building. He's going to use his main action, which is the Dark Matter Crystal Scepter. So with that, he can move 3 spaces. I'm going to use a speed and a tech, the cost of the action. And he's going to jump off the building. He's going to go 1, 2, and face Hardtack. And now he's in a good position to attack. And for every hit he gets, it counts as 2 damage. So I'm going to go ahead with my attack. Oh, I got 2 hits, so he takes 4 damage.
Oh man, that removes both of Hardtack's shields and Hardtack's 2 armor. He's completely vulnerable now.
Alright, so that was really awesome. And now I do my refresh stuff. So Alpha Squad, I'm giving them back a speed, and I'm giving them a focus to reinforce. So next time I get to deploy reinforcements, I can do a Hell Trooper. And then with the Golem, he doesn't have anything down right now, but I'm going to take off one of his status. All right.
So we've been playing the game where we go back and forth, activating 1 unit board. And that is one of the ways you can play a 1v1 game. Now, if you're playing with 3 players or 4 players, each player, 2 players will activate 1 board each. You can also do this in a 1v1 game. So we're going to demonstrate how either 2v2, a 2v1, or an alternative way to play a 1v1 works. So what I do, I start off by drawing 2 refresh cards instead of 1. And then I decide who I'm going to activate. And so I'm going to say, I'm going to activate Hollywood, and I put that refresh card next to him. And I'm also going to activate Fortune here, and I put that refresh card next to her. Because that will tell me how I'll refresh later on, which I'll go over at the end of my turn. So starting out, first I will take Hollywood and start acting with him. And I'm going to start out by moving Hollywood and attacking. So I'm going to pay a green and a yellow. And I'm going to move him 1, 2, 3 right to here. And I am going to attack the golem there. So, against the golem does not gain benefit of cover because he's so big. So I'm higher than the golem. So I'm also at medium range. So I get to roll 3 yellow dice. I'm higher than him, so 2 of those yellows turn into 2 reds. And the golem has 2 defense downs. So the last yellow turns into red, and my remaining attack bonus turns into another white die. So I'm rolling 2 dice total. Now there is 1 shield generator still up, so the golem will ignore 1 hit. And I'm also going to pay to aim my attack, so I can gain the benefit of aim bonuses. So I roll, and
Ooh.
oh wow, that's a terrible roll because I got no hits. But I do get to push the golem back 2 times. And the 1 hit I did get against him is ignored because of the shield. And I didn't get any aim bonuses, so I do not gain the benefit of aiming.
You know what? But moving me back is almost just as bad. Because I take forever to charge.
Next, I'm actually going to shoot my Photoshop grenade, and I will shoot it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there, so that it hits Babylon. It'll also hit hardtack, unfortunately, but I'm going to take that risk. So I get to roll 3 yellow dice. I roll the first one against that Hell Trooper. And let's see if I eliminate the Hell Trooper. I do not. But the Hell Trooper does gain vulnerable. So I put a vulnerable status next to him, which is the defense down. Next, I attack Dr. Babylon. Now this is actually flanking Dr. Babylon. So I get to roll 2 red and a yellow. And I deal a total of 3 hits, and I get a pushback.
I'm going to block.
You're going to block 1 of the hits?
Yep.
Okay. And next, we have...
So I lose my 2 shields.
Yep, you use your 2 shields, and she paid her anytime action, which is special for Dr. Babylon, to ignore 1 hit by paying a yellow and a blue. Next, I have Fortune. Now, she still has a slowdown.
Hit?
Oh, yeah, I do have to roll against hardtack, but he gains a benefit of defense because he's behind a doorway that has defense symbols. So I'm going to roll 2 dice with these dice. Oh, hardtack takes 2 hits.
That's not good. He does not have any shield or armor.
I gain a vulnerable also on him, which is a shame.
Does
So
Dr.
I take
Babylon
2
get
hits.
vulnerable?
Yes, he does.
Let me get one from him. Oh, here it is.
So I'm going to put this on his tech and his speed right here. Now Fortune gets to go. She only gets to go 6, but I'm going to pay to move, sprint, and I'm going to jump with her. So she can move a total 6 while jumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's going to move right here, and she's going to end her turn. And so now I refresh. Now refreshing works exactly the same way as in a single activation turn, but instead, now Fortune, she has a refresh card that I assigned to her, so the other 2 boards get those resources. So hardtack gets a shield back, and he gets a cube of his choice. So I'm going to gain actually another green cube back. Now, any status markers that were assigned to you that turn, you cannot remove. But then hardtack or Hollywood also gets a cube back, and I'm going to choose to give him another yellow cube. Last, we have Hollywood also then, he has a refresh card on him, and he gives that to Fortune and a hardtack. This results in hardtack actually gaining the benefit of 2 refresh cards, and Fortune and Hollywood gaining the benefit of 1. This allows the games to work statistically the exact same way as if we were activating 1 character at a time instead of 2. So hardtack gets another shield cube. He gets a cube of my choice, and I'm going to make that a yellow cube this time. And last, he also gets a Mayhem cube. So he's filled up with 3 Mayhem. Next, Fortune, she has a, she gets to remove a status. I'm going to have her remove her speed down because I'm tired of her being so slow. And next, she gets a shield back, and I get a green cube back. And that's the end of my turn. Now I discard these cards, and it is Legion's turn.
Okay, so my turn now. I get to activate 2 because we're showing how the 2v2 could work. So I first take 2 refresh cards, and I get to choose where I put them. So these are upside down. Definitely want my Alpha Squad to get this card because I get a reinforcement this turn. So this will be played by the Golem because I'm activating him for the first time. And then this guy is going on the Alpha Squad. Alright, so first I'm going to move my Alpha Squad. And I'm going to first play to reposition my unit down here. And he's going to jump over cover. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think he's going to just stay there. And then he's going to throw a dark matter grenade into the window. So I'm paying 2 tech cubes and get to grab something to try and destroy this building.
Man, you're really putting the pressure on me to...
So that is gonna explode at the end of the turn, and then I am going to use a focus to do my main action because both of those were add-on actions, and I'm going to shoot the dark matter rifle with up to 3 guys. So the first one I'm gonna shoot. He's able to shoot at...
They can both hit Fortune there.
Yeah, I see that. And he's not able to get at Hollywood, right?
Not currently, because he's facing this direction.
Yeah, so, okay, so we're going to go with this guy first. He's going to go after... Oh, I could go after Hardtack, actually.
Yes, you could.
I'm going to go after Hardtack.
Okay.
So,
Hardtack does have cover, though.
Does he?
Yep, because he's in a doorway.
That's
and
okay,
it has a black
because
shield.
I am too low.
But you're higher than me, so they negate each other.
So I get 1.
Yep.
And then...
So you go ahead and roll that.
Do I want to pay a focus?
And that, if you pay a focus, it'll affect all of your attacks with all your health troopers that turn.
I think I will pay a focus. Okay.
So go ahead and roll your first attack from this health trooper attacking Fortune.
Alright. No, I'm attacking Hardtack.
Oh, you're attacking Hardtack.
So I got a hit, and it's an aimed one,
Yep.
so I get I can either...
You can gain a Mayhem cube.
Yeah, I'm going to gain a Mayhem cube. So, it goes there.
So I lose a shield because he was able to regenerate shields.
Okay, and then...
Oh, I also forgot to tell you, I have a defense down.
Oh.
Which means you get a bonus, so you also get to roll an extra white die.
Great, so let's see what that does. Nothing. It does nothing. Okay, that's fine.
And Fortune also has a defense down.
Oh, that's great news. Well, I guess with my other Hell Trooper, we're going to go after Fortune here.
So you get
he's higher.
But I'm behind cover, so you get the same thing.
Okay.
A white and a red.
You're pushed back.
Oh, so where do you want me to push me back to those 2 spots, I believe?
Yeah, I'm just going to have you go here.
Okay. So, and I'm going to choose to stay facing that same direction.
And then, let's see, I can also go with one other guy. But he did not do anything. He is not facing anybody, so we're just going to ignore that attack opportunity and maybe do something with my Swarm Trooper. I think she's going to do knives. So I'm going to use my last speed. And with knife, she can move 1 space. So she's going to go behind Hollywood there. So she's flanking him. And this is awesome We're going to knife attack him, so I get 2 red, and then I get a yellow for being behind him. Is he vulnerable or anything?
No, he is. Oh, no, he is not vulnerable. He's full strength, pretty much. So.
All right, going for it. 1 hit.
And a pushback.
And a pushback.
So I lose a shield, and I'm guessing you're pushing me out the window.
Heck yeah.
So I fall 2 stories.
So he has to
Roll
for
two,
damage.
roll 2 damage against me. 2 red dice. 1 red die per level I fall.
1
so
hit.
I lose another shield. So that sucks because I'm out of my eagle nuts perch that I was using to my advantage, and now he's kind of vulnerable just on the ground there.
All right, so that was my alpha squad. And now I'm going to go with the golem, and he is going to charge. So I take a speed, and he's charging 5
Forward.
spaces. And yeah, if you just want to
move
move him,
on
I'm just
3.
going to move.
And then you're moving just 2 forward again.
Yeah. And that's really all he's going to do right now. I think that's all I want to do. Yes.
Okay. You could attack Hollywood if you want. He's right there.
He is right there.
And he's lost both of his shields from your other your other attacks.
Oh, yeah. So I'm definitely attacking Hollywood. So I pay a focus and a speed, and he's mid-range, so I get...
So the golem is
3.
throwing a chunk of rock at me.
And... Alright, so... 2 hits.
Ooh.
And... Well, should I re-roll that one? It's kind of in my reinforcement.
No, I think that's a hit.
Either way, it would have been a hit. So we have 2 hits.
So I'm going to choose to put those... Oh, I'm going to put them in both of... I'm going to put 1 in Hollywood's focus and 1 in his mayhem.
So he is getting damaged. Your guys are vulnerable. You need to do something about this.
I know. It's not good.
And that's all I think I'm going to do right now. So I get to reinforce. So starting off with my alpha squad, these 2 guys are the inactive ones because I didn't use them, so they both get a cube. I'm going to give Babylon a speed back. He gets a shield back. I get to take off his status, so that goes away. He doesn't do reinforcements, but he does get a Mayhem cube, so this is awesome. And the golem, he gets rid of one of his status, and he gets a cube back, so he's getting a... let me see. I'm going to give him a speed back. He gets a shield back. He doesn't have any gone. And he gets a Mayhem cube. So that's gone. And now with my refresh for these 2 guys inactive, I get 2 cubes back. So I'm going to give a focus. No, I'm going to give a tech and a speed back. He gets a shield back. That's it. And then for my alpha squad, they're getting 2 speeds back. And they get a reinforcement cube, so I'm also going to put that there. And then they get to reinforce. So I pay 2 yellow.
Now, those guys can reinforce anywhere where there's not a Mayhem objective, there's not an event for Legion, and where there's not a Mayhem unit. So
I'm going to reinforce in here.
No, there's a Legion event marker
crap.
there. So you only can reinforce in one of these 2 tiles.
All right. So I'm going to reinforce up here.
Yep. So
on the edge.
This Legion trooper just drops down from the sky with his rocket boots, and she places him there. Now, if she had more cubes, she could have reinforced with more guys at once.
Yeah.
So, that is the end of your turn. Now it is my turn.
Yep. Good deal.
So, I'm going to start out my next turn by drawing 2 cards. And let's see. I drew these 2. I'm going to give this one to Fortune here. I'm going to give this one to Hardtack. And I'm going to start my turn with something awesome. I am going to play my Mayhem card for Hardtack called Grenade Launcher. And this is his Mayhem ability from the video game. And it allows me to place 4 explosion markers within range and line of sight of Dr. Babylon. And this has a range of 6, or of hardtack, range of hardtack. So but it cost me all 3 of my Mayhem cubes. I've been building up for hardtack because I knew I had this card. So I get to randomly draw 4 of these, and I'm going to be placing them on the edge of this building, because hardtack's right here, so I'm going to place them right on the edge of this building. I'm going to place 1 right there, 1 right here, 1 right here, and 1 right here. So boom, boom, boom. I'm hoping that destroys the building too, because that'd just be cool. And that was a main action. So with my remaining action, I'm going to just say that's all hardtack's going to do. Next, I have Fortune. And Fortune, now she finally has all those slowdown markers that she got from that pinning Swarm Trooper early on. She got rid of them. So now I am going to move with her and attack. So that costs me 1 yellow. And I'm also going to pay a focus. So I'm going to... let's not pay that focus. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3. I pay my 1 yellow to attack. She's now going to attack the golem. She is flanking the golem and she's higher. So she normally gets 2 dice. Oh, and I'm going to deploy Glory, which costs me 2 blue to redeploy her. So Glory's going to fly here, and Glory's going to just stick around right there. And Glory's first going to try to stun the golem. So she rolls 1 white die, but because she's higher, she rolls a red die. And, oh yes, I stun the golem, which means the golem's actions cost him 2 more cubes whenever he acts. So now, Fortune, when he attacks, her special ability for her weapon is that she rolls an extra die against stunned enemies. So this is where Glory and Fortune really work well together. So I'm at 4 range, which is my yellow range. So I roll 2 yellow dice. I roll a 3rd yellow die. Let me grab these from Kirsten's side. I roll a 3rd yellow die because he's stunned. Because I'm higher and flanking him, I get 4 bonuses, which turn my 3 yellow into 3 red, and my 4th bonus turns into a white. And he still has a vulnerable on him. So that white turns into a yellow. So now I get these 4 dice. So I roll, and I get 1, 2, 3 hits. Now the golem, of course, ignores 1 of them because of the shield. And so you take 2 hits, Kirsten, on your golem.
All right, his shields go off.
Now, Fortune's weapon also says after attacking, she gets an attack up symbol. Because her guns start heating up, so if I attack with her again, they get a little bit better. So that is the end of my turn. Now I am going to choose to refresh with my 2 other characters. Hardtack gets 2 cubes back, so he is going to get a green and a blue back. And he is also going to get a shield back. And then he also gets to remove his defense down status marker. Hollywood gets 2 cubes back, so I'm going to be giving him 2 blue cubes back. And he gets a shield back. And then he also gets 2 more cubes from Hardtack's refresh card. And Fortune gets to remove a status marker, and she gets 2 cubes back as well. But notice, this did not give me any sort of shield bonuses for this refresh card. So not every single card is exactly the same. Some give you shields, some don't. Some give you Mayhem cubes, some don't.
All right.
So that is the end of my turn. And the last thing we do, this explosion marker goes off.
It is a 1 explosion. Oh, it's not focusing. Okay, it's not happening. But it's a 1 explosion.
So now that building has 4 damage on it. It needs 7 to be destroyed. So one more 3 damage marker could take it out. So it's getting close. Now it is Legion's turn.
Okay, so I really need to go after some of your characters. I think you're pretty vulnerable, right?
Fortune has 3 hits, and Hardtack and Hollywood both have 2.
Ooh, and Fortune only has 1 shield. Okay, going after Fortune. So first thing I do, I'm going to draw my 2 refresh cards. So I have let's see, I have Mayhem and a Replenish. So I'm going to do Dr. Babylon and here, my Alpha Squad. Alright, so first things first, we're going with the Alpha Squad. I am first going to get another Mayhem card. I already have 1, so I have to pay 2 cards, or 2 cubes to get another card. So I'm going to do that. I have this. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to spend a speed to reposition. I am going to, I think I'm going to move this guy up into the building there. So I can move 9. I'm going to go 1, 2. He's jumping up. 3, 4.
Because those Hell Troopers have those rocket boots are so nifty.
5, and he's turning this way. And then next thing I'm doing, I want to use my dark matter rifle. I don't have a focus cube that it costs, but I do have this card that I just got, and I'm going to trash it to get the bonus over here. This gives me 1 cube to trash the card. So I do that, I get a focus cube, which I'm going to pay, and I can shoot the dark matter rifle with 3 Hell Troopers. So first things first, I am going to go with this guy at Fortune there. So I am above her, so I get a bonus there.
Now, before you do that, now she's declared her attack, but before she figures out how many dice she gets, I'm going to spend a green and a yellow to use my anytime action dash. So I can even do that on her turn right before she resolves her attack. And I'm going to dash off the building right to there to face those other 2 Hell Troopers.
So I cannot see you because...
No, you can.
I can?
Yeah, but I have a defense from the corner of that building.
Okay.
So you're flanking me and you're higher than me, so
Excuse me.
the cover negates one of them.
Okay.
So you'll get 2 bonuses.
Okay. So I start off with 1 medium cube because I'm within 10 spots.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 bonuses. I get a red and a white. Can I have one of the white, please?
Here you go.
Thank you. A pushback.
So you push me back. I'm gonna. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I'm pushing you back there.
Out of
so which
cover.
way do you want to?
I'm gonna stay facing that direction.
Okay. So next one, I'm going to go with this Hell Trooper down at her. I am above her.
And I'm out of cover.
You're out of cover. So I'm very close. So I have my red cube, and then I get 2 bonus for being higher than her. So give me yellow. A hit and a pushback.
So you push me back to here. She feels like a pinball machine. And a hit, so I lose a shield.
I get to choose where you push back.
Yeah, that's the only place you can push me back, though. Hardtack's in the way.
Can't I push you here?
No, you have to push me away from the guy.
All right, fine. Okay, so then I'm going to go with this guy. Did you take your shield off?
Yep, I lost my shield.
And it's same thing, except you're...
I have cover now.
Under cover. Turn it.
So now you just get your 1 red die. Oh, nothing.
That sucks. All right. What else can I do?
See, that's the benefit of dodging. I just saved myself a lot of damage.
Okay, so now with Dr. Babylon...
She will survive to another day.
You know what? No, she won't.
That's the pirate
Dr.
code.
Babylon is going to screw her up. So first things first, I'm going to use my Dark Matter Crystal, which costs me a speed and attack.
Or Dark Matter Crystal. Or Dark Matter Crystal Scepter.
Yep. And he's going to move 1. He's also going to jump for another tech cube up to here. 2. And he's turning and going here. So he's behind her.
No.
He's above her.
And
things are going to get crazy.
I do not have a speed left, so I can't pay the green and yellow in order to dodge. So now you're above me and you're flanking me.
So I start off with 2 red, and then I get 4 bonus. So I'm gonna get another red and a yellow, a white. So
It's 4 dice, and each of your hits deals 2 damage.
yes.
So I have 3 hits. I need 5. If you get 3 hits against me, I'm eliminated.
I'm gonna 1 hit.
So that's
And
another
then
2. That's 2 hits on me.
Rolling my other 2 dice. No!
Oh, no more hits after that?
Nothing. That's
Oh.
terrible.
Well, I'm going to put 1 of my hits on my focus and 1 on my speed.
Okay. All right. So that's my action. So now I'm going to replenish. So first thing I do, I'm going to replenish my inactive units that didn't move when I did the Alpha Squad. So I'm first going to give him a speed. He gets a shield back. He doesn't have any status on him. And he gets a dark matter. Or a mayhem cube. And then on my golem, he gets I'm going to give him a speed. And then he gets a shield back. One of his status goes off. And he gets a mayhem cube. So that's gone.
What are you doing with all those mayhem cubes you have on them?
I don't know. You will see. I'm going to then
a lot of mayhem cubes.
go with focus here. And then he gets a replenishment. So I'm going to use this here. And now I get to bring another guy on with the replenishment guy. So I'm going to pay 2 yellow and bring another Hell Trooper on board.
Here's another Hell Trooper right over here.
Okay. So I'm going to move him here. Another strategic position.
Again, she cannot reinforce where there's an event marker she needs to discover, or there's an objective marker or a Legion unit. So that's why she only can reinforce in one of these 2 spots.
Yep. And next I'm going to...
Or actually, you only
refresh
can
my
reinforce
golem.
here because Fortune is on this tile.
Oh, yeah.
So I've really limited where you can go.
So I'm going to put let's see, a focus on him.
And when
He
we
gets
say
a shield
tile,
back.
this whole thing, this is a
Status.
tile. So some cards will first say you can affect a whole tile or place something anywhere on a tile.
All right, so that's the end of my turn. So now I guess we do these explosions.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to start from this end right here. Oh, it's a 1 damage. It does 4 white dice against everybody within 1. So, let's see. Oh, no hits. But it can also hit the shield generator. But because it has cover, I only rolled 2 dice. Not enough. It takes 2 hits to destroy that shield generator. Next one. Another white explosion. So I'm going to roll against the Hell Trooper again. Not enough. And I push you back twice. So I'm going to push you back to there, which is good for you because it puts you out of explosion range from those.
Yeah.
And 4 white dice against the shield generator. Again, not enough damage to hurt it. Let's see what this is. It's a yellow explosion, a little bit bigger air effect, and I get to roll 4 yellow dice. Let's first go against the shield generator. And I did get the 2 hits. Shield generator's gone.
Ooh.
Golem's completely vulnerable now. I'm going to take him out.
Shields.
And let's go after that Hell Trooper. 1 hit, not enough to kill him. Last explosion mark. Now, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 damage to this building. If this is a 3 damage large explosion, it'll destroy the building. Yeah! It is! I destroy the building, Kirsten.
Oh, no.
I get to roll first 4 red dice against that Hell Trooper. And I obliterate that Hell Trooper in a huge explosion. So that's another VP for me. And to destroy this building, I'm going to remove these explosion markers because their damage has been dealt. Throw them back in the supply. And we take this top tile off and we quickly unscrew each of these posts. And then we flip this roof over and it's a destroyed side of the building. And we just place that on top. And this Hell Trooper falls with the rubble. And when a unit is in a building or level that's destroyed, they have 4 red dice rolled against them. So he dies in the falling building. So right now, from just killing troopers, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Yes.
I have none. So
But
we need to do this.
If you
guys.
finish destroying this building, it only needs 3 more damage. You'll get 8 points. And
Yep.
fortune, if you kill her or bring her down, you'll get another 4 points. So
Yep.
it's actually a very close game still.
All right, so it's your turn now.
Yeah. Okay. Fortune's really hurting, but I just destroyed a building, an awesome explosion, and it looks like Hollywood got a great selfie of it. So I'm gonna draw 2 cards, and let's see, who do I want to give these to? I'm gonna have Hardtack activate, and I'm gonna have Hollywood activate. And I'm gonna start out with Hollywood. First thing I'm gonna do with Hollywood is that he's going to spend 2 blue cubes to launch his Photoshop job grenade at the golem. Because I get to roll 3 dice, and I'm going to just say I'm targeting right there in the middle. Or let's just put it right behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put it right here behind him. So it's actually flanking you, so I get an extra die. So I shot a grenade behind him to hit his flank. And you take 2 hits and 2 pushbacks.
Ooh, okay.
1,
so
2.
shield.
So I actually put you closer to your building objective, unfortunately. And you become vulnerable. You get a defense down because of from that grenade. And also get to move Hollywood 1 with that. Next, I'm going to pay a green and a yellow to move and attack with Hollywood. And I'm going to choose the jump. So he's going to go 1, 2, and face out of this window. And he's going to attack the golem here. So I get 3 dice. I'm flanking you, and I'm higher than you, and you're vulnerable.
Ooh.
So 1, 2, 3. And I get an extra red and a white. Actually, an extra red and a yellow, because I get a total of 5 bonuses for flanking, being higher, and you're vulnerable, which gives me my extra 5th bonus. So where's that extra red die? Do you have it over there? Oh, here it is. It's right beside me. So I roll these, and let's see what I get. Oh, I only got 2 hits and 2 pushbacks.
Huh, that was a terrible roll.
Yeah, because that just took out your shields, right?
Yes.
So pushbacks, I'm gonna push you away from me right to there. So that is Hollywood's turn. Now I also want to point out that there are also these 2 control markers on this map that are under Legion control.
I'm gonna
You're gonna turn them that way. Got it. It is the gadget card control marker and the dark matter crystal control marker. Whoever controls these at the end of the mission will get either an extra gadget card or an extra dark matter crystal, and you'll use that to upgrade your characters. So in every mission, other than the normal objectives for victory points, you might want to go for these objective markers to play the long game and build up your characters with some cool new abilities. Now I get to activate Hardtack. In Hardtack, I'm also going to pay, oh boy, let's see. First thing I'm going to do is, I actually do want to go after that dark matter crystal, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do the dark matter crystal, but I also want to shoot the golem. So I'm going to pay 2 green to move and attack. I'm going to pay an extra green to jump. So I go 1, 2, 3 to jump right here. And last, or I'll jump right there. Before I attack, I'm going to spend a blue to try to teleharpoon the golem. Now the golem is within some space of me, so I roll red. I'm higher than him. I roll an extra yellow. If I get a hit on him, oh, I didn't get a hit.
Oh.
So it does nothing. I completely miss with my teleharpoon. If I had hit, I would have teleported the golem up to me. I could have then shot him, and then he would have fallen to the ground to take even more damage. It would have been awesome, but Lady Luck was not in my favor. So, what am I going to do now? I was going to target the golem with some awesome attacks, but I'm at long range with Hardtack right now against him. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to attack Dr. Babylon, because Dr. Babylon and the golem are within 2 of each other. I can attack both of them. So I'm within 3 range of Dr. Babylon. I get to roll 3 yellow dice. So I roll them, and yes, I got 3 hits against you. So take 3 hits on Dr. Babylon.
Oh, so I get off 2 shields.
I forgot. I should have paid to do my.
Alright, I'm going to put it on my tech.
Okay. Next, I get 3 dice against the golem, but because I'm flanking him, I'm going to change 2 of these, or I'm higher than him. I'm going to change 2 of these white dice into 2 yellow dice. I roll it. I get 2 pushbacks and nothing else. So I'm going to be pushing, going back 1, 2 spaces right there.
I'm going to move this way.
Oh, facing. So this is not good because I actually completely circled around the golem and actually accidentally pushing him back towards his target building. So now I'm going to refresh. Hollywood gets 3 cubes. So I'm going to be giving Hollywood. Let's see. I really like that Photoshop job. So I'm going to give myself 2 blue cubes, and I'm going to give myself another yellow cube. And then Fortune gets 3 cubes, but she only has 2 spaces left because these wounds are blocking me from refreshing or using those wells. So I only get a blue and a green and a yellow back, and it does not give me any shields, unfortunately. But Hollywood's refresh card does give Fortune a shield, and she also has to lose her attack bonus status marker. And Hardtack also gets a cube back. And I want to be able to attack again, so I'm going to give him 1 green cube. So that is my turn. And there's no explosion markers that have to go off. It is now Kirsten's turn with Legion.
Alright, time for this golem to heat up. I'm going to draw my refresh cards. We're going to put Dr. Babylon and Golem as activation. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to activate Dr. Babylon, and he is going to... He's going to... Where's Hollywood?
Hollywood's right up here.
Ooh.
I'm
Alright, he's
right.
gonna sprint away. So I'm paying a green. He's jumping off the building, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or wait, maybe I wanted, 6.
You could still make up to there if you want.
Ooh.
If you pay an extra blue.
7, 8. Paying my blue 9. And now I'm behind you.
Yeah. Oh, did you pay? You're not
just
attacking
paid
though.
my blue. Oh,
Well,
wait, I'm
you
going to pay
sprinted.
2 mayhem and see what happens with
Well,
this
you
mayhem.
sprinted, so you can't attack in the same turn. They're both main actions.
Oh, darn it. Okay, you're right. Okay, so I'm up there. And I'm in place, so that's good. You better be worried.
I am.
Now it's time for the golem.
Worried for you.
Okay, let's see. First things first, I am going to charge. So I place a speed. I'm going to go back here, closer towards my target. 1, 2. And then I'm going to do something really freaking awesome. So I have this Mayhem card called Throw Building.
What?
Destroy the top level of the building within 1 space and then make the attack against everything on an adjacent tile. So notice Hardtack and Fortune are both over here. So this is going to screw them up really bad.
So what's the attack?
I get 5 red dice.
5 red dice?
Yes. So
first, let's start off by destroying this building.
Alright, so first I have to pay for it. So I'm paying 2 speed and 3 mayhem.
Oh wow, it cost you 5 cubes.
Yes. Alright, so we're destroying this level.
So, first of all, Glory, because she's in a destroyed building, she has 4 damage rolled against her.
Dead.
Oh, yep, that's
4
enough
hits.
to eliminate Glory again.
Shield.
So Glory, when she gets too much damage, she flies back to Fortune to her docking station to recharge some, and then Fortune can redeploy Glory by spending 2 tech cubes.
Okay, so this is going to be thrown at that building.
But it'll still go to its rubble side on this tile.
Okay.
So let's remove these here.
Oops. Alright, so this is now rubble. Alright. So now it's thrown at these guys. So now I get 5 red dice. And I'm behind you.
Range 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, you're behind me for her, so you get an extra yellow.
Okay. So I don't even have enough dice. I need to roll these
Yep,
twice.
you'll have to roll
Okay,
the
so
red,
here's
1 red
4.
again.
1, 2, 3.
She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? She's down.
Yes.
You down Fortune.
Alright, she's gone. I get points.
Yep, that gave
Yay.
you 4 victory points.
Alright, and now we're going after hardtack.
But you're actually at medium range because I'm 7 spaces away from your golem.
Okay.
And I'm behind cover and I'm higher than you. So 4 of those yellow dice go down to whites.
Okay.
So you roll 4 whites and 1 yellow.
Alright. No hits. 3 pushbacks.
So you can actually push me back. That's 3 movement points worth of pushback. You can actually push me back through that cover. Where do you want to push me back?
Can I push you off the building?
No, you only can move me 1 space because you pushed me through. It's 3 movement points to move over an obstacle.
Alright, fine. You're going here.
Okay. Oh, that was not good because Fortune's down now. Now remember, I have 1 revive. I can bring her back. You play a revive during a refresh phase to bring her back at the next refresh phase. So she's going to be out for a little bit.
Can I attack Hollywood now?
You could if you're within range and you have.
think
Do
I
you have the
am.
cubes?
I do. I'm going to throw boulder. Or wait, no, that was a main action. Never mind.
Oh yeah, that was I hope
Okay.
that would be a main action. That was a huge thing.
Nice job, Gollum. Okay, so that was my...
So now your turn is over, right?
Yeah, so now I refresh. So first I'm going to go
So
with these guys.
I'm going to draw my cards to decide what I'm going to be doing during my turn.
2 tech, and I get a replenish, so I'm going to grab a yellow. Alright, and now over here, I get 2 cubes back, so I'm going to get a focus and a tech for sure. And then I get a shield back and a health back. And then for this one, we get 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Here, I get 3. 1, 2, 3, and my status goes away. All right, your turn.
So I drew my 2 refresh cards while she was refreshing to start playing my turn, so I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to be giving this card to Hollywood, this card to Hardtack, because I don't have Fortune. And when I refresh at this turn, I'm going to play spend my 1 revive I get from the scenario to bring Fortune back the next turn. And starting out, Hollywood, he's just going to... Ooh, boy, I don't have a lot more cubes. I'm going to pay a yellow and a green to move him 3 out of this building. 1, 2, 3, right there. And I'm going to shoot the golem, but first I'm going to shoot my Photoshop job again. Hit him, I get to roll 3 red dice. Let's see. And if I get hit, he's vulnerable. I do 2 hits to you.
Ooh, okay, those are
And-
actual damage.
Yeah, and you're vulnerable. again because that's what that does. That's why I chose it for this mission, because I knew I wanted to make that invulnerable. And then I'm going to spend a focus to make this an aimed attack. So I get now 3 red dice against you, no bonuses because I'm not flanking or higher than you. And see what happens. I get another 2 hits and I got 2 aim bonuses. So I'm going to spend those 2 aim bonuses to decide where to place them. So I'm actually going to really make you vulnerable. I'm going to spend my 2 aim bonuses. One of the red hits, I'm going to put in your yellow cube space.
No.
So you lose your 1 focus.
Oh
Now choose
my.
where your remaining hit's going to go.
Has to be on my speed.
Oh, does it? Wow. Because then
I need
you
to
won't
regenerate.
but you won't be able to demolish.
Yeah, but I'll need to regenerate.
Oh, yes. Okay, so now I'm going to go with hardtack.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be tough. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to now spend a green to sprint with hardtack. He's going to go 1. Now, the important thing to know about your characters, every character has a zone of control. This means it's harder to move past them because if you're moving from a zone of control to a zone of control, it costs 3 movement points. And when you move next to an objective marker or an event, you can interact with it. So I'm going to flip that to Mayhem side. Now, it's under my control. If it's in my control at the end of mission, I'll get a upgrade cube or upgrade of my choice. So I spent 1 movement point there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and right here for 9. We're charging that golem. Showing him what we think of him. And that is all I can do because that was my main action. And I'm going to now refresh. Hardtack gets 1 cube. So he's going to get a green back so he can shoot next turn. He's full shield. And wait, he heals 1. So I'm going to remove 1 cube from his tech. So he was able to remove 1 wound cube. Now, Fortune doesn't get anything because she's not on the board. And here, Hollywood, he gets 2 cubes. So I'm going to give him a yellow and a green. I'm going to give him 2 blue because he's just probably going to shoot off another Photoshop job. Keep shooting those grenades, Hollywood. And he gets another shield back, luckily. Okay, that is my turn. Legion's turn.
All right. Okay, so back to Legion. I'm going to get 2 of these guys. Okay. The Golem and the Alpha Squad are going to be activated. First things first, I'm just going to use this Mayhem cube to grab another Mayhem card. Okay, now, next I am going to use 2 tech cubes to regenerate.
That's a special action for the golem. Allows him to heal up some.
He's doing this power move. And then I'm going to regenerate 1 of my speed.
Wait, how are you doing that?
I'm going to luckily play this Mayhem card that I just grabbed. And I get a cube back.
Man, you're getting really lucky getting those cards because not every single one of those cards gives you a free cube.
I know it.
Sometimes they give you extra health or let you roll an extra die.
So with that, I'm now going to use charge. And he's charging back here. 1, 2.
Oh.
And then I'm going to demolish the building with my last speed cube.
So she just draws that's another special action for the golem, and she just draws a explosion marker, but it doesn't actually explode, it just deals damage directly to the building. So she flips up, face up right now.
Alright.
And what is it?
3!
Oh, she destroys the building.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we already have 3 there?
Yep, you have 2
my
3s and a
gosh.
1.
What?
So this building is gone. And the entire structure goes down because it's on this level. So the level and the roof above it are destroyed. And she got her objective of destroying the Legion or Mayhem beacon. So how many victory points does that give you?
8. I get
Now,
8 in
these
the...
prototype posts are a little harder to remove than our final posts. And so we have that destroyed building. You destroyed the building with number 1 beacon, so you have 8 points from that.
Woohoo!
You also took fortune down for 4 points, right?
Yes.
And I believe at the end of the turn, the mission immediately ends.
Yep.
At the end of the turn.
That's told in my mission objective book.
Now, I got 1v... I didn't manage to kill the Golem or Babylon for 5 VP. I was hoping to deal... I had the Golem almost down. I could have probably done it if I had one more turn.
Yeah.
But you got... I did take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 troopers. So if you hadn't taken down... So the game ends with 12 VP for Legion, 8 VP for Mayhem. If you hadn't taken down Fortune, we would have been tied.
Yeah.
So if you hadn't thrown a building at her, I mean...
He's going to dance in the rubble now. Woo, 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 woo.
Well,
dance party.
Good job, Kirsten. I also want to mention, this is Kirsten's only second time playing the game. And so we played through this scenario once where I taught her all the rules, both the basic and the advanced in one playthrough. And that took us about an hour to play the game. And in this session, now we've been explaining kind of what we've been doing and slowing it down so that you can see what we're doing. And what did you think of the game, Kirsten?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. The first time we played last night, and it was a totally different feel for the game. We didn't destroy quite as many buildings, and what I was focusing most on in the game last night was going after the objectives. So I went into this building first and destroyed it,
took
and
you
it
a while
wasn't
to
there.
find it.
It was the third building I checked that was the actual objective, and
it was
back
this shrine
there.
here.
And it was a little bit more difficult because you had some great defense blocking that building away from me. So
I
it
played
took me a while.
little bit more offensively. The first time I kept one of my characters on this tile defending the area. And this time I went all offensive.
Yeah.
I did get an extra upgrade cube to upgrade one of my characters with. And you'll be getting an extra gadget card.
Yes. I think hanging back with the Golem and using more of my Hell Troopers and Dr. Babylon this game really was a lot of fun. So
yeah, that's
good.
I had I felt a lot of pressure. You did focus on attacking my agents a lot more this game.
Yeah.
Last game you did she was chucking grenades, using the Golem to demolish every building she could.
Yep.
But you really put the pressure on my characters. All my characters ended up with a decent amount of damage, and you took out Fortune, which was a shame. But yeah. Hey, everybody, I thank you for watching. I hope this was informative. We're going to be continuing to put out more. This was our gameplay video, but we're going to be still putting out more rules videos that go over what we did in this game in detail. So I hope this helps show you what the game's about, and we hope to see you again soon.